So for the longest time, I've wanted to talk about Demon Slayer on this channel, but never really had like the perfect moment to talk about it, except that recently the second season or act with the Entertainment District arc has concluded just today, and it is now the perfect time to talk about it since it is probably the most popular it has been, I think, ever. Yeah, so Demon Slayer for me has been a mixed bag. On one hand, it shows off just some of the best animation that anime has ever seen, but on the other is just a generic, bland story that really just doesn't intrigue me as much as it should, but it's just like typical shonen. And I know many people have already stated that Demon Slayer isn't like gonna go above and beyond just the shonen genre, but it does it in a way that is probably the best at doing it. I agree with that to some extent, but I also disagree to a little bit of it as well. Demon Slayer is a lot of style, but not a lot of substance, and I found that especially particular in the most recent arc. I have not read the manga, so I don't know where the story goes or how it concludes, but for right now, as only an anime watcher for Demon Slayer, at first I was all aboard this anime, or at least this season, because the first season was good and the movie definitely had some hype moments and was solid overall, and I thought that was just going to continue for part 2. And for the majority of it, I would say it was a good anime, but it's not great. The animation really carries a lot of the show, or I guess wouldn't like say a lot, but it does carry the show substantially. Without it, I don't think a lot of people would be talking about Demon Slayer or have like the major popularity it does, just taking the world by storm as much as it would have if it was just given to a studio that didn't pour their heart and soul into every frame. I just want to talk about the characters as well. Tanjiro is a solid protagonist. He's likable, and he has the talk no jutsu of Naruto. He shows a lot of compassion to these demons that he really shouldn't have, especially after what they've done to his family. But he has a heart of gold, and there's not really like a flaw, I would say, to Tanjiro's character, which is also a problem. It's kind of just to a point where he's kind of bland, and if it wasn't for his and Nezuko's dynamic, he would have just been another bland MC that was fun to watch, but not really like entertaining and really like full of depth. That also goes for the side characters with Zenitsu and Inosuke. Inosuke is just, he's a fan favorite. I get why, because he's just random. Zenitsu is the comedy relief character, but it's done in such an extreme way that it gets so annoying, and I've never really liked his character. The best thing they did for him was make that motherfucker be asleep this entire arc, so I didn't have to deal with him crying, because when he's not like crying and being him and actually being like a strategic guy whenever he's asleep and he's showing off his fucking cool art fucking combat styles, it's good. I enjoy his character because he's not just berating my ears with just cries for Nezuko or just cries about not wanting to fight a demon, and it is so frustrating. I just don't really care for his character. And Inosuke, same thing. I like him, but he's doing nothing for me right now. He's just enjoyable. Tanjiro wanting to get revenge and destroying the upper six and all that, but it's just kinda that really showed itself in this recent arc. I was fully for it. I was enjoying it, but then it's just kind of just a lot of nothing. It's just a lot of fighting that looked really good and had okay antagonists, and they try to give them backstory after spoilers, but after they die at the end, they try to give the antagonist backstory, and it's tragic, and you feel for them. But the one thing I hate is that after the antagonist is killed, they try to give him, or they try to give them, like, they try to flush them out, and it's the most annoying thing. Why didn't you just flush them out earlier? Because throughout the fight, there is no like, oh, maybe these guys are good. It is shown that these guys are just complete assholes, especially the chick, man. And these guys aren't good people, and you don't know anything about them. So whenever they're fighting, it's just like, yeah, fucking, yeah, kill these bastards. I guess what I'm just trying to say is that I would have liked them just building on the chemistry or the dynamic between them as sister and brothers, especially since it is like a kind of contrast to Tanjiro and Nezuko, and you see that at one of the frames at the end of the episode. And I just think I would have liked if it was dug into a little bit more, just to flesh out these characters just a bit more before they just die. Yeah, it just would have helped out this pair of antagonists a lot, instead of just being these kind of just bland antagonists that are just, haha, I'm evil, I like to kill things because I'm a demon, and give them just a little bit more like oomph when during the fighting scenes, and just like feel like a little bit of remorse or something. But it's only felt afterwards when they die as like a little cheap blow for emotion's sake that just kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth, because again, just the way that stories like to handle this kind of thing by giving them backstories after they die, it's just a little cheap. And that's what I'm just trying to convey right now, is that it was this kind of just cheap emotion afterwards. They're just not really a character. There's just another obstacle in the way. Really, this anime is good. Don't get me wrong. It is good just to like watch. Just beautiful animation go to work. But story-wise, and just like if you're looking for like character depth or story depth, it's kind of there, but it's just not really fleshed out all too well. And a lot of manga readers may like fucking just go at me in the comments, or maybe even anime watchers. Is it overrated? I won't go as far as to say like it's completely overrated, but for me, I'll say it's slightly overrated. And it's just a tolerable anime. Nothing that really just breaks the wall. But yeah, that's pretty much just all I have to really talk about Demon Slayer. It just doesn't touch me emotionally or just like mentally as much as like Attack on Titan is right now. But I guess that's like, they're not really comparable. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and tell me guys how you guys enjoy Demon Slayer, and if you guys agree with me or want me burned at the stake. Because I'm sure this video will get a lot of traction and not a lot of it positive. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll have a video coming out soon about a special surprise that I've been reading. Yeah, I'm gonna dip into some manga. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.